Most disturbing forest encounters caught on camera. Let's check it out.
The first part of the video pretty much just shows Daniel walking through the woods and talking to his subscribers, eating berries and pointing out the sights on the way to the campsite.
Pretty normal shit.
Several points along the way, he pauses to mention the footprints and garbage he sees lying on the trail.
Okay, my question is, when do you guys decide that, you know, it's time to kind of leave the forest or something like that? What do you have to see in order for you to be like, okay, nah, I'm out? For me, it's like an animal or humans. I'm not gonna lie, humans might be worse than animals in some situations. So, yeah.
Someone's been here. There's a lot of rubbish around here.
Someone's been here, okay. He's not gonna see like a dead body or anything, right?
Yeah, look at the state of this.
Gotta blur that out.
It does get used, doesn't it?
Okay, water bottle. Nothing too crazy.
And leans back on a tree to eat his noodles as he talks to the camera. It's not until around 25 minutes into the video that things start to get seriously disturbing for Daniel.
I'll be out Friday night, but I'm going away Saturday, so I've got
25 minutes in.
So I didn't want to be tired, and it's going to throw it down Friday night as well. And rain camping is really good.
What the fuck? Where's that coming from? Yo, wait, hold on. Is this fake?
Is that a badger?
I hear it, but I don't see anything.
Hello?
That sounds close. Doesn't that sound close?
Even though some pretty human-like footsteps could be heard right behind Daniel, as soon as he turns around to scan his environment, there's nobody in sight.
Oh shit.
What's most disturbing is that as soon as he turned around and yelled hello, the footsteps immediately stopped.
Yeah.
For the next few minutes, he sits down and tries to regain his composure as he sips his coffee and eats his noodles. But things only continue to get even more creepy as the sun begins to set.
For me, that would have been it. I would have been out. I'm not gonna lie. But he's brave, I guess. Brave or dumb? I don't know. Brave. I'm gonna say brave. There's definitely someone here.
There's that noise again now.
Where is it coming from?
Hello?
Though? I don't see anything in the background.
You got a bit of that.
Nah, I hear it. I don't believe that shit. This might be scripted, bro. Not gonna lie.
And this time, it sounds like they're getting closer to Daniel.
This might
By
be
this
for
point,
clicks.
most people would have hightailed it out of there without any hesitation, but Daniel decides to sit back down to finish his dinner as he tries to calm his nerves for the second time. Amazingly, a few minutes later, it almost seems like he completely forgets about the footsteps and manages to think about less disturbing things, which is honestly pretty impressive. But as darkness sets in, the eerie footsteps start up again.
I'm still gonna sleep there? Are you crazy, bro? What?
I'm going to be honest. I can't stay here now.
Yeah.
I'm be a wimp. I
Thank
don't care
you.
if people call me a wimp in the comments, but I can't stay here.
Yeah, thank
I'm too
you.
unsettled. I'm nervous.
Nah, I love this guy, bro. He's real. He's real. He's honest too. I love him. Cause like, who would stay in this situation, bro? Are you crazy?
I think I'm gonna go find somewhere else to get this bivvy set up. But I'm leaving this spot.
It's hard to know what exactly was making those sounds, but because they sounded very similar to human footsteps, it's possible that Daniel was being stalked by someone in the woods. This is obviously incredibly dangerous, as you can never really trust someone's intentions when you're in such a vulnerable position all by yourself in unknown territory. It was either that or an animal walking through the grass, but because Daniel...
That was not an animal, bro. That was a person, bro.
No animal walks that uniform and steady. They stop, go, and change pace constantly.
Yeah, that's a human, bro, for sure.
The Rampant Range is part of a front range of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, made up of almost entirely public land within the Pike National Forest. In the summer, you'll find lots of bikers enjoying the Rampant Range's elaborate trail system and exploring the great outdoors.
Okay.
For the most part, this part of Colorado is a paradise for anyone who enjoys spending time in nature. But over the past few years, there's been a pretty alarming trend on the rise, with random people setting up wires on trees at just about head height in an effort to seriously injure bikers on the trail.
Setting up wires on trees for a trend to injure people? What? What the fuck? Bro, what is wrong with people?
And was uploaded to Facebook. And disturbingly,
Yeah,
the uploader mentioned
that's what I said. What the fuck is wrong with people? What?
one of his high school friends had lost his life as a result of running into a similar wire
Oh
on a
wow,
trail.
really? Shit.
Immediately, people jumped into the comments to point out how incredibly messed up it would be to do something like this, and how this kind of evil needs to be categorized as attempted murder if the suspects are ever caught.
100%.
A couple of years before that post was made, in 2017, two motorbike riders uploaded a video to YouTube of their encounter with a similar wire, and although nothing happened to them, it was a very close call.
Let's see what happens. Oh, they're trying to take off their head like that? Is that enough to take off their head though? I mean, kinda. That's crazy. What if it's like invisible at a certain point, you know?
When these wires are set up off-trail, it can be hard to tell whether they were placed there out of malice or if a random camper or farmer placed the wires there to hang up clothes or something similar.
Nah, that's not
But
to hang
in
up
cases
clothes.
like these where the wires are
That's not to hang up clothes, man. It's a clear pathway that they know, you know, dirt bikers are going through. Someone's trying to take them out.
specifically placed on the trail, there's really only one reason people would do that, and that's
Yeah.
to bring serious harm to bikers for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly they're annoyed with the constant loud sound of the bikes near
Yeah,
their
the noise
property
and
or
shit.
something else. But hopefully more measures can be taken in the future to prevent more people from getting hurt, especially because it's not uncommon to hear about motorbikers and snowmobilers losing their lives over this kind of stuff.
For sure, 100%. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. But to be honest with you, if I seen that, that would be the last time you ever see me going on a dirt bike. Because I'm not going back again after that. I see that shit. I'm sorry.
The uploader lives in a forest, and he mentioned that the noises in the audio were coming from deep in the woods behind his house.
Original footage featured only on a black screen. Daddy.
It's hard to make out what the child is yelling, but after listening closely, several users jumped in the comments to point out that you can also hear an adult voice yelling, "Where are you?"
They are saying daddy. Yo, but I don't know, man. There's so much shit online. This shit might be scripted, bro.
In addition to the young female voice making most of the noise, this quieter, more subtle male voice that can also be heard in the audio
I don't buy
makes
this
the
one,
whole
bro.
incident that much more disturbing. Near the end of the video, the uploader mentions that after that night, he checked the news every day to see if he could find some explanation for the screams, but he never did. The fact that the screaming was captured at around 2 a.m. in the freezing cold weather and in the middle of the woods indicates that the uploader could have genuinely recorded something pretty sinister taking place that night.
Maybe, yeah.
It's hard to tell why the uploader would record and upload the audio instead of immediately calling the police after hearing a female voice in such obvious distress.
That's what I'm saying.
But at this point, there's not much that can be done about it. And
How do you know if that was a female voice? That kind of sounded like a little boy, to be honest with you.
Lisa is a life coach and YouTuber who often uploads videos of what it's like living in her van and traveling the country on her own. One afternoon in 2022, Lisa had parked her van on the side of the road and left the side door of her van open while she cooked her dinner inside, when suddenly a sketchy-looking guy approached her, poked his head in her van without her permission, and started asking her some pretty bizarre questions in French.
What the fuck? Where does this take place?
He pulled out a translator app to try to communicate with her, which obviously made her pretty uncomfortable, especially since she wasn't interested in talking to him in the first place after he invaded her personal space.
Yeah, why would you poke your head into someone else's van? trying to scope the place out. He could just be looking for a ride, though. Let's be real.
After watching the guy struggle to use Google Translate for a few minutes, Lisa decided she'd had enough and shut the side door in his face, also closing the curtain to make sure the guy got the hint. Strangely, for over half an hour, the guy then stood outside in the rain and tinkered with the translator app to try to communicate with Lisa, even after she made it more than obvious that she wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah. Nah, he was trying to abduct her or something. Probably. Nah, he was trying to do some shit. I see him. Why does he keep looking there? What the hell?
Getting closer so that I can't move out and so that I can't go forward. Please leave.
Wait, that's his car?
You sketchy person. Please leave.
What if he just crashes into her car? He just revs up and crashes into her.
With a very shady demeanor, the man snuck into the bushes and pretty much just stalked Lisa from a distance, as if he thought she couldn't see him. As the sun began to set, Lisa kept an eye on the guy outside to make sure he didn't try to get close to her again, but the man just kept on bringing his car closer.
Why don't she just leave, though?
For more than half an hour.
This guy is really starting to freak me out.
She should just left. She's
like
dumb.
Half an hour and he just keeps on moving his vehicle so he can see in my van here.
Wait, why is she just telling this to the camera and not like calling authorities or something? If you're that uncomfortable, I don't know. Like, why would you just vlog it and just, like, if it's me, bro, I don't know, bro. I'm calling. Well, it depends. I don't know. This guy, nah, he's trying to do something for sure. But if it's like the situation's not that serious, I probably wouldn't call.
Fortunately, just as darkness had begun to set in, a family in an RV pulled up right behind Lisa and spent the night in the same parking lot as her, which comforted her enough to stay there the entire evening. Disturbingly, the guy left soon after the other family arrived, but came back about 3 hours later in the dead of night to check if Lisa was still there. When he saw the other family in the RV was also still in the parking lot, he left and didn't come back. The next morning, Lisa left early and never saw the guy again. It's hard to tell what the guy's exact intentions were, but based on his overall sketchy demeanor and questionable behavior, they couldn't have been anything good.
Probably
The one
not.
thing we can be sure about is that it's a good thing the other family in the RV
Pulled up, yeah. If they didn't pull up, she would be dead. Probably kidnap her, stuff her in the back.
According to the uploader, his friend told him about these pipes that he had found in the woods near his house that stuck up out of the ground like periscopes.
Okay.
Apparently, his friend and his siblings played near the pipes as kids and knew that there were bunkers hidden below them, but their parents never allowed them to get near them out of concern for their safety. During the visit narrated in the blog post, the uploader and his friend decided to check out the pipes and finally go down into the bunkers that they never had permission to explore when they were younger, and they found some pretty disturbing stuff.
What do you guys think they found? I don't know. Bodies, blood, bones? Alright, let's see.
Once inside, all they could see were these long, seemingly endless hospital-like hallways that extended for thousands of feet under the woods. As they ventured further and further into the maze of tunnels, they found graffiti on some of the walls, indicating they weren't the first people to get the idea to explore the underground bunkers.
No shit.
To the explorers' horror,
You really think that you'd be the first one down there, bro? Come on, let's be real.
deep inside the tunnels had the word "help" in German graffitied all over it.
Help?
It's possible that it was just sprayed on there by
Is
another
that what that
group of
says?
teens trying to be funny. But the eerie nature of the bunker, coupled with the general state of disarray, really makes you wonder if something more sinister took place down there at some point, possibly even written by German soldiers in the later parts of World War II. As they traveled deeper into the bunker, they found some more disturbing graffiti, with one of the eeriest messages reading, "Hello Satan, I love you."
What
Obviously,
the
that's
fuck?
not the kind of
fucking
message you want to
crazy,
see in a
bro.
tunnel system like this, but the two friends decided to keep on exploring anyway. After several hours down in the bunker, they ended up finding tons of more twisting, winding hallways, flooded rooms with old machines, and dark, narrow corridors that reached dead ends, but nothing more disturbing than the graffiti they had found a few hours earlier. The explorers managed to make it out of there safely and didn't go back there again.
Why would you even think to explore that shit? What the fuck?
Saying that people were finding dangerous booby traps along a very well-known hiking trail in the High Mountain Park Preserve in Wayne,
Booby
New Jersey.
traps. Like Home Alone shit?
Of boards with nails sticking out of them, barbed wire, broken bottles placed along the trails behind or near rocks or logs, and other treacherous materials. As more and more complaints started coming in, police warned people to keep an eye out for the traps and even organized cleanup efforts.
I think, yeah, they're trying to capture someone. Someone's out here trying to capture someone, because that's not a coincidence, bro. You don't just see booby traps laying around unless someone is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like a board with nails. Come on, dog.
What's most disturbing is that these traps were clearly placed there to hurt people.
That's what I'm
there's
saying.
really no other reason to put nails and barbed wire on the ground in the middle of such a popular hiking trail.
Why would you
fact
do that?
Someone would take the time to get out on the trail, build
Facts.
a booby trap in such detail, and place it there with the intention to do harm to other people and their pets is honestly pretty messed up. But it didn't take the cops too long to make an educated guess as to who was behind the whole thing. Although they never
They
found
found
the
them?
individual suspects responsible for placing the traps on the trail, the
Oh,
sheriff's
they didn't.
department determined that
Okay.
the traps had probably something to do with the feud between hikers and bikers who had been fighting over use of the trail for decades. According to many nearby residents, it's common for
What? A feud between hikers and bikers. So one of them wanted to kill the other? What the fuck? It's not that serious, bro. It's a path. What's wrong with you?
ringing their bells or announcing their presence, which has led to
Oh,
several
okay.
injuries and rising tensions between the two groups
Oh, like they
over
would
the
like.
years.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, they would like clip them while they're like, you know, like the bikers will like clip the hikers or something like that while they're riding without ringing the bell. Yeah. I can see how that can get someone, you know, kind of riled up for sure. I think so. Not enough for that though.
Harm an entire group of people so maliciously with such brutal methods. Fortunately, no one was hurt as a result of the traps, but the suspects responsible were never found.
What have we learned from this video? Stay out the forest, bro, and nothing will happen. It's that simple. Shit.